On July 2, 2023, Harvard announced the appointment of Claudine Gay as its first Black president. But was she merely an affirmative action appointment? Just 6 months later, Dr. Gay resigns amid allegations of plagiarism and a controversial congressional hearing testimony. An apology followed the very next day. This narrative is similar to when Joe Biden announced he would only consider Black females for vice president. His choice, Kamala Harris, now struggles with a poor public opinion, with many labeling her as unprepared for the role of president. Her legacy? A politician most likely to break into an indecipherable word salad during speeches or meetings. Unfortunately, this perception has extended to other minority hires, including Claudine Gay. Is it placing underqualified minority candidates in prestigious institutions and roles? It's a question we must grapple with as we aim for progress, equality, and fairness. In 2021, many elite universities began eliminating ACT and SAT test requirements to increase minority enrollment. But is this the right approach? Let's dive into some numbers. On the SAT, out of a possible score of 1,600, Asian Americans averaged 1,239, whites averaged 1,112, Hispanics averaged 967, and Blacks averaged 934. Similarly, on the ACT, out of a possible score of 36, Asian Americans averaged 24, whites averaged 21, Hispanics averaged 18.3, and Blacks averaged 16.3. How does this tie in with study habits? A recent study showed that students of Asian descent spent around 134 minutes per day studying. Whites spent around 56 minutes. Hispanics spent around 50 minutes, and Blacks spent around 37 minutes or 27% of the time. The top students worked to excel. These study times correlate with the performance on college entrance exams. By making the SAT and ACT test optional, universities are admitting underrepresented minorities with lower standardized test scores, while placing less value on the higher scores of students like many Asian Americans who have simply worked harder. This effectively discriminates against those who have put in the time and effort to excel academically. Moreover, this approach can potentially harm those students who were accepted but unprepared for the academic rigors of college. It's important to remember that gaining acceptance into a top-tier university isn't a one-off event, but rather the culmination of almost 18 years of consistent hard work by the student and parents. Discrimination, even with the best intentions, always harms another individual. In the long run, it's essential to ensure that our education system values merit and hard work and prepares all students for success. African Americans must decide on a path. It is impossible to occupy two spaces simultaneously. We cannot be equal and less than. We need to encourage a dialogue about this issue, a conversation that emphasizes the importance of dedication and diligence. The worth of an individual should not be determined by their race or ethnicity, but by their merit and the work they put into achieving their goals. We must strive for a world where every person has the opportunity to showcase their abilities and be recognized for their efforts. Let's remember, the best way to ensure equality is through fairness and merit, not through discrimination. It's time to decide, are we equal or less than? Today's blog posted on wealthbuildingpowers.com, giving you the knowledge and the powers to achieve your financial freedom. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue the conversation and work towards a brighter, more equitable future for all.